was gonna be late. Made it just on time. Barely. Barely on time, but we made it. Oh, my back. My back hurts. Getting freaking old. Out of the way. Love up. Wipe all this stuff off. See if anybody. Saturdays have been kind of erratic lately. Been weird. Some Saturdays I have a bunch of people. Some Saturdays I got nobody. What's up, everybody? We're gonna tongue oil some steaks and some yawara and some Tessen, tenarashi Tessen, and a big Rudis sword. And some other stuff. We're gonna do the tongue oil stuff first. Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Mara, Annie, hello. I am tongue oiling my projects from today and staining some other projects for today. This is a Rudis sword from Purple Heart. I've got some Tessen, one out of Padauk, one out of Gray Elm, some vampire steaks, and then gonna stain those. And I got a set of Hanbo fight sticks that I gotta stain as well. So I had to wipe everything down first. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Saturday Staining. Gonna start. I've got I had some Gray Elm come in, so I made a Gray Elm tenarashi. It's a War Fan Club, and I had a couple cutoffs, so made some pocket yawara out of these. Oh, who else is here? Let's see. Hello, Dama, Gojo, and Annie. How you doing? Welcome. All right, I'm gonna look like an old man for a minute with these glasses, but. All right, there we go. Now we're gonna oil up these yawara first. Make sure it gets a nice bath here before I wipe them down. But if you got any questions about what I'm doing or pretty much anything, drop those in the chat. And I will gladly answer them. Help me be a little less bored on this Saturday while I'm staining up and oiling up all my wood. Be right back. Let me go put this one up in the dry room here. So you cord up the holes in the yawara, and your two middle fingers go through the loop of the cord, and that holds it to your hand, anchors it to your hands, so you can use it as an extension of your fist without it coming loose. They use these in karate and jiu-jitsu and some other martial arts as well. I think some Filipino martial arts also use palm sticks. They just don't call them yawara. All right, you can put this one up. This gray elm is an interesting wood. It's very strong, but extremely light. Like, I was expecting it to be a little weaker of a wood because of how light it was, but actually came out pretty strong. Oh yeah, I forgot to oil the hole. Pro tip, you always got to oil the hole. Always keep your holes oiled. Nothing worse than an unoiled hole. So, there you go. There's your life advice for today. All right. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, the tung oil actually made the grain pop on this, which is kind of nice looking. I like that. I like it. All right, so anything else I got tung oil that's... You always want to... I got Padauk and I've got Purple Heart, and they are colored woods. And you never want to oil them first because sometimes it can transfer to the other woods. And we don't want orange in our non-orange woods. You can see how it turns the rag orange, even though I've wiped it down multiple times, but they never seem to get completely clean. This is Padauk. This is a fun wood. It's insect resistant, decay resistant, and you can see it's got that bright kind of orange color. Over time, it changes colors. It turns from a bright orange to a dark purplish brown color. It's kind of a fun wood to use because you get to watch it transform colors over the years from orange to... So you can kind of gauge how long you've had it by how dark it gets. All right, I have to get a new rag for the Rudis because I don't want to get orange in my purple. The Rudis is made out of Purple Heart wood. Which is a favorite wood of mine. Again, insect resistant, decay resistant, hard as hell, and very pretty. Purple Heart is... I'm getting tung oil all over my station with this. There we go. The Purple Heart's very pretty wood. Super strong. And it just stands up so nice. And this is a Rudis. It's a trophy sword. It's my version of a Rudis. Rudis were given to slaves and mostly gladiators in the Roman Empire when they earned their freedom. They were given a wooden sword called a Rudis as a prize and a symbol of their freedom. And so I make these in my shop. A lot of people use them as trophies for martial arts tournaments, HEMA, Boo-Hurt, Armored Combat, stuff like that. I've had a few of them use them as tournament trophies. Some people just like to have them for display, which is also fine. All right, let me go put this bad boy up. Woot. Is that everything I had to tongue oil? I guess so. I have one over here that I'm not sure if I want to tongue oil it or if I want to stain it. I think I'm going to stain it. I'm not sure. Hang on a second. Let me take this stuff off. So I made this. It's like a vampire hunter short sword. It's a wooden stake sword slash knife. It's got a bladed edge. It's got a cool little handle here. I'm going to wrap that tomorrow. I just can't decide if I want to tongue oil it and leave it shiny or if I want to stain it. It seems like with vampire hunter stuff, people like it to be stained or dirty looking, so probably stain it. Yeah, I might as well. All right, I'm going to stain that. I'm going to stain this vampire steak, y'all. And I got a couple more basic vampire steaks that I'm going to stain up. And then tomorrow in the morning when I go live on Sunday mornings for my finishing work. And I'll be doing that in the morning. I'll be handle wrapping all this stuff. But if you got any questions, stick them in the chat. Or you guys can talk to me. What are you guys doing today? I know what I'm doing. I'm working. I'm always working. I spent the whole week. I lost my day job last week. So I took a new interesting day job this week as a assistant at a home renovation place. I spent the entire week stripping a deck on somebody's lanai. And that was tough. But it's fun. It gets me outside. I don't have to sit at a desk for 8 hours, which is kind of nice. It's a lot less money, but I don't know, man. Marketing. I was working as a marketing copywriter, and I lost my job on Tuesday last week, and I don't know, man. The AI seems to be replacing all of us pretty quick, so not sure if I'm going to go back to it or not. I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I don't know. I have to say, even though it's less money, I enjoy working outside a lot more. Oops, I forgot to glove up. That would have been very bad. Do not want stain all over my hands. That takes forever to get out. All right, everybody. Line up for the prostate exams. That was a joke. There's no prostate exams, I promise. Please don't leave. Please don't leave me. All right. All right. But if you're up on Sunday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time at that ungodly hour or at that extremely late hour, depending on how long you've been awake, you should come join me for my Sunday finishing work. You get to see what all this stuff looks like when it's done. All right, stain it up. But yeah, spooky season is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. I have gotten so many vampire steak orders just in the last week. There's a lot of Buffy cosplayers, seems like, lately, and people doing Buffy costumes. I believe they're bringing back Buffy the Vampire Slayer somehow. I'm not sure if it's a reboot or what it is exactly. But it's coming back around, so... Oh, I probably should have moved that. It's coming back around, so I'm cool with it. Between Sinners and Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I've been selling a lot of vampire steaks lately. There we go, that one. It's a pretty standard one. That's done. And we got this beefy fella. I forgot to bring my catch-all for my stain too. Oh well, I'm gonna make a mess of this table. That's all right. And then tomorrow that'll get, the handle on that'll get cord wrapped. I think that'll look pretty cool. If you're looking for vampire steaks, my shop has probably the biggest selection of vampire steaks you're going to find anywhere on the internet. So feel free to go check out Warrior Wooden Props on eBay. I have a website, warriorwoodenprops.com, that right now is not functioning because Shopify screwed something up and I can't get a hold of a human being to help me fix it. So all right. I can use a little more. Where'd that steak go? Hang on. I need to stir this a little more. All right. Now we're gonna stain up this little fella. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good with the stain. I don't hate it. Not mad at it. Wasn't sure if it would look good, but I think it does. What do you guys think? Eh? Little vampire hunter multi-tool. I have, as far as steaks go, vampire steaks in my shop, I have everything from the simplest of simple to the weird to the complicated. I've got pretty stuff. I've got ugly stuff. You name it. I got everything you need to kill vampires in my shop. Just please don't stake any people with my stuff. I would appreciate that. I don't want to end up on the news for that reason. That I sold a steak to somebody who staked somebody with it. All right, one more. We got this one's Southern Live Oak. Fun fact, this came from the limb of a tree that was downed by Hurricane Milton. After hurricanes here in Florida, I go around with a chainsaw and an axe, help all my neighbors get downed trees and stuff out of their yard. And the upside for me is I get to harvest a little bit of wood that I can use to make cool looking steaks and other stuff. But if you got any questions about what I'm doing, feel free to drop those in the chat. Welcome to Saturday Staining, everybody. As you can see, we're just staining. That's what we do at Saturday Staining. We stain stuff. And then on Sunday, finishing work. On Sunday morning, we finish stuff. What do you guys think? Eh? I think that's pretty cool. I think I go with like a light colored handle wrap on this one. I think that's gonna look pretty sweet. Once it's distressed and has a handle wrap on it, I think that's gonna look cool. All right, give me one sec. I gotta put some stuff away and move some things around because I gotta switch to a different stain. This next one's these ninjutsu hambo that I make. I use a black gel stain, and it gets on everything. So I gotta move all this stuff out of the way. Be right back. And I have not opened one of these in a while. All right. Oh yeah, catch-all. Hang on one second. Let me get my... I call it a catch-all, but it's really just an old whipped cream container. But as you can see, it catches the stain on the dried drip, so I don't end up with stains on my table like I've got now. So good times. Thanks for the likes, everybody. If I can get it open. There we go. Come on. Oh, this better not have dried out on me. I'm gonna be pissed. There we go. All right, and glove up time. Here are Hambo sticks. I should probably, where did I put the, oh there it is, hang on. Let me wipe these down real quick. Just make sure they don't have any sawdust lingering or any big splinters or anything I need to worry about before I stain them. Oh, it's not dried out, so that's a good sign. This is a gel stain. It's kind of a, to be honest, it's a bit of a pain in the ass to work with because it separates when it's been sitting. So you have to really stir it and make sure that it's all mixed together. But it's a damn good stain. If you want to stain black, highly recommend using a gel stain. A lot of the more liquidy stains, they're okay, but when it comes to black, they tend to not really do as good of a job. So gel stain though, it does it. And it is permanent. Very permanent. All right. See if I can do this without making a complete mess. I usually do with this black stain. The one thing you got to make sure you do as you're moving down the wood, sometimes you'll have a slightly deeper part of the grain and the stain won't get into it. So you really got to give it a little push to make sure that the stain gets down into the grain. And it's about time for another dip. Ah. And I usually, not always, but usually I have to do about 2 coats. So we'll see when I come in the morning, see what they look like. And if they look good, I'll go ahead and cord them up. And if they don't, they'll get a second coat of this black stain. But I think they might look good. I think they might be good to go. We'll see. All right, we'll put this one up and we'll move on to the next. On to the next. And this is my last item that I've got to stain up this morning. So if you've got any questions before I take off, just drop those in the chat and I will gladly answer them before I leave. But these will get tomorrow, if they're good to go when I look at them in the morning. The ends will get, they'll get wrapped with paracord. And what that does, it gives you a slightly more durable striking surface, and it gives you a place to grip if you need to. That's a deep grain right there. Didn't catch that when I was sanding for some reason. Well, that's all right. As long as it doesn't cause splintering, which it doesn't feel like it is, it's good to go. Woot woot. All right, this one will go up with the other one, and then hopefully I'll come in tomorrow morning and they'll still look good. Oh, good gracious. Man. All right, let me put this up. And the stir stick. Whew. It has been a doozy of a week, y'all. Ah. All right. You guys want to make sure you seal these really good, because sometimes they do not want to stay sealed, and you end up with dried out gel stain, which is not very useful. I'm gonna put this up. If you got any questions for today, now is the time to ask, because I am almost done. Oh, my back. I'm so old. Why am I so old? All right. Well, that's it for me today, everybody. Man, this was a short Saturday standing. They usually are about 30 to 45 minutes on Saturdays. My Sunday finishing work lives are a lot longer. If you are up at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time on a Sunday, I do all my finishing work live. You can watch the live later. All my lives are public. But yeah, you see how I finish all this stuff up. And those are usually about an hour to 2 hours. Sometimes we go a little over 2 hours, depending. And tomorrow I'll get all this stuff. Done and ready to put on the shop. I'm sorry, I'm a little loopy. I'm tired. But today, I'm going to go home, eat some lunch, hang out, watch some TV, maybe play some Helldivers 2 if I get a chance. Definitely playing Helldivers 2 tomorrow, because Managed Democracy needs me. Be right back. If you got any questions, drop them in that chat. I'm just about done for today. So tomorrow I'll be cord wrapping the Ninja Hanbo, a couple of Eskrima Nightwing sticks, all the steaks, the yawara. I'll be putting loops on the tenarashi Tessen, and I'll be putting a leather handle wrap on the Purple Heart Rudis. So that's what I'll be doing in the morning. If you want to see how all this stuff gets finished, feel free to hang out with me tomorrow morning for Sunday finishing work. But if anyone's got any questions, that's it for me today, everybody. I'm going to head out and try to enjoy the rest of my Saturday, and I hope you do the same. Thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. Take care.